Hi everyone, welcome to this free video playthrough for the current Legacy 9-hole cup in Golf Clash. Divisions on the screen that this video relates to. Please hit thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Replays and adjustments for all 9 holes, timestamps in the description down below. Remember to keep checking the channel for plenty of tournament content and other stuff to help you in Golf Clash. Good luck, and remember, some of these shots may be the old ball attributes before they doubled in the game, so bear that in mind. The shots will still work absolutely fine. Good luck, here we go. Here we go then, hole number 1. I'm going to use a Thor's Hammer level 6 and above because I want the top spin. So max top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right, and I'm setting up with a power 3 ball. Kingmaker is absolutely fine, stretching out and finding my position there. You'll see the ball guide is 1 ring away from the rough up ahead on the right hand side. We're going to adjust max plus 10 here. Now you don't need to have a Thor's Hammer if you've got extra mile 9, you could use that as well, or high level APOC. Loads of options really, you just need a load of topspin. No pushing up needed at all. I've tested this in higher winds, was absolutely fine. Going with max overpower with a slow needle, bounces comfortably before the rough, and then we're rolling down the slope, getting a nice roll through the rock and out onto the fringe. Sometimes you may get an unlucky deflection, but you're still going to have a very easy rough iron wedge or putt. On the second hole, unfortunately, the rough bump can be very, very glitchy, so I'm going to suggest a bounce over instead. Start with a power 4 ball in minimum distance with the sniper, and you want here the blue ring touching the rough line at power 4 min line. Then we're going to swap to a Kingmaker or a Kingslayer, keep the wind below 8 miles per hour. 3 backspin, and it's going to be 0.3 side spin to the right there. Take a token or two, get a feel for the amount of side spin needed. You may need tweaks for wind strength and wind angle. The adjustment is min plus 20 power 3 numbers, and I push the rings to adjust because otherwise the slope will obscure your view of the rings and you won't be able to adjust very accurately. So push your rings here. Minimum distance, 20% elevation, power 3 settings. Perfect ball away, bounces nicely on the fairway and rolls beautifully onto the green and in for a hole in 1. APOC and Kingmaker for the drive here, and we're setting up at max distance, power 3, going with 5.8 top spin and 3 left spin. APOC 5 and 6 will have the clear ring touching the rough on the left. Other club levels, of course, will have a different ring reference. Adjust max plus 10 on this one. Maximum distance, 10% elevation. Very nice wind angle here. We don't need any more than a power 3 ball, which is always nice. So we've made our adjustment. Then if you're using APOC level 4, you will need to push up 1.7 rings to compensate for the lack of power. 3/4 ball curl to the left, full overpower. Slower needle because we're not at max distance of club, and hit perfect. Bounces nicely on the edge of the fairway and rolls here. Catches a slope, so we're not going to risk the rough. Drive distance is going to be around 395 yards. Second shot, playing with the Grizzly for the accuracy and ball guide. Doing a fringe check where the fringe meets the fairway. Plus 4 in the video here, that would be plus 7 with the Grizzly level 7 or 8. And we're going with 3.8 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right, and we're setting up with the inner green ring touching the rough line with the ball guide just over 1 green square through the hole, around a green square and a half. That's because we'll adjust down into the bunker. So plus 4, use Grizzly 9 numbers regardless. Plus 4 with the Grizzly 9, 56% slider, minus 15 elevation because we are adjusting down into a bunker. Don't worry about having to push up. This is all accounted for in the setup of the shot. Obviously, plus 2, for instance, you'd be closer, so you go 52% slider. It's 2% per yard, and it goes in nicely for an albatross. Left this one on the edge, so a tweak needed, but very simple one at that. First of all, turn the camera around and find the position with the blue ring touching the bunker in both places. Then we're going to add our spin. It's a weird spin combination on this hole, unfortunately, because we're referencing landing position, but it's 2.2 backspin. In the video, I go with 1 bar side spin to the left. We just need to tweak that ever so slightly. So find the landing position first and then add your spin. Adjustment here, max plus 35, because this is a nasty cross headwind angle. Max plus 35. 2 pulls over the bullseye, so make sure you replicate that as well. Try and be as accurate as you can. It's an awkward little adjustment here, but you're going to be fine. We're not going to risk the bunker. Minor great left, great right is going to still find the fairway nicely. Perfect ball away though here, and this one is just going to miss on the side. Bounces nicely with a good speed. We're not going to roll down the hill, but maybe just add one more click of left spin on hole number 4. Hole number 5, once again, I'm going to go with the Thor's hammer for all that lovely top spin. 7.6 bars of top spin, and we're going with a bit of right spin as well, 1 bar. And set up here just before the plus yards begin. Ball guide pointing at the left-hand side of the bunker in the distance, and it goes over the centre of the rock. So loads of references there. You can use different clubs as well, and make sure you refer to the ball guide as well, or work out your start points if you have clubs with different distances. Max plus 10 is the adjustment on this one. Like I said, I'm favouring Thor's hammer for the accuracy and the top spin as well. So max plus 10. Kingmaker obviously fine. I'm being a bit seasonal with a pumpkin ball. Does exactly the same thing. Perfect ball away, and we're going to bounce comfortably over the rocks and the plants and the rough, and the top spin will take us down to a drive distance of around 380 yards. Second shot, going to play with the Thorn true distance adjustment, TC on the notepad, true club plus 25%. So the highest plus number is plus 6 with the Thorn with a power 3 ball. I'm setting up a no spin shot here, ball guide just before the front edge of the cup, and I'm at plus 4. So I'm 2 yards away from max, so I'm reducing 2% slider per yard. So for plus 4, I'm going to go 96% slider, 25% elevation. If obviously you're setting up at plus 6, you're going to play max. And we're going to go with the hefty elevation here. This is downhill and also a crosswind as well. Pull over the bullseye. So the elevation means we can aim at the pin, but still put a bit more on the adjustment here, which is why I go with 25%. And we're going to drop this one nicely. Perfect ball away with our adjustment, and we're rolling it right at the pin for an eagle on hole 5. Please do join us over on Facebook. We have an ever-growing community of players there, over 16,000 members. Head over to Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and submit your member request there. Free to join. There are free guides posted, lots of shot sharing and discussion points. You can chat and interact with me as well, and loads more over on Facebook. So head over there and search for BK Golf Clash. NMT is the name of the game here on hole 6. So start with your APOC and a power 3 ball, no movement target. Then we're going to add our spin, 5.8 top spin, and in the end I go with 2 bars side spin to the right. So 5.8 top, 2 right spin, no move target. Adjust max plus 10 on this one, max plus 10. And then with APOC 4, you will need to do a push-up because you'll have 6 yards less. So I would push up 6 yards after adjusting if you have APOC 4. Maximum overpower with APOC 5 plus, you're going to have a bit of a steadier needle. No curl, just hit perfect. There is room for a minor great left and great right, in my opinion, looking at the bounce point here. We're comfortably clearing the rough and getting the top spin rolling us nicely down the fairway. We're going to be around 425 yards. Second shot, going with the bounce down. There is a rough bump if you want to go for it as well, but here I'm going to add spin first, and we're going to go with a load of left spin because I don't want to adjust down into that bunker because it will mess me up with losing distance on the shot. So there are the spins, 4.5 back spin, 3 left spin, and I'm doing a fringe check there. You could see it was plus 8. There's a reference point. You can use drive yardage as well, and I'm having the ball guide just at the front edge of the cup. And for a plus 8 fringe check, I'm going 40% on the slider, and it is 40% elevation. This one plays massively downhill, and once again there's a heavy crosswind angle as well, which always means we need to add a little bit more to our adjustment. So 40% slider, 40% elevation, +8 was the fringe check with sniper 10. It will be +10 with the sniper level 9. Making our adjustment there, and we're going to hit perfect. Tough one to drop this one. I was very lucky here. This was actually my first attempt on this one, and we fall very nicely for an albatross on this tough par 5. 0.2 backspin and 3 bars left spin, setting up with a bull guide through the hole, and with sniper 10 it's just before plus yards. Sniper 9 you will be around +2. Obviously pay attention to your wind angle, might need some tweaks here, and I would recommend you keep the wind below 8 miles per hour, untested in higher winds. But as always with all of the guides and any content that you see on any channel, recommended to get a feel for the shot, take a token or two, build your own tweaks around it as well. Mid +25, power 3, hit perfect, catching the rough very nicely here in the centre, and the ball rolls beautifully right at the pin for a hole-in-one on hole 7. Hole 8, not often I recommend a slice, but I think it's worth a go and it is a fun shot to play. You can also go down the right side with a berserker, but more often than not I was ending up in the rough or the bunker. So I think a slice is the way forward, and I'm only going to go with a katana. A 1.3 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Aim as shown, ring references will vary there, and it's full overpower, full right curl, full slice release. This will need tweaks. If you have wind over 10 miles per hour, I would set up with a katana and then switch to a kingmaker. And we're going to end up there very nicely near the green for a wedge. But slices are inconsistent due to wind angle tweaks and everything, so take a token or two, get a feel for the shots and the adjustments that you might need to make, but an excellent opportunity for an easy eagle wedge. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video. And finishing with hole 9, NMT, once again with APOC and a power 3 ball. Then we're going to add spin, 5.8 top spin. 2 bars side spin to the right once we have added our spin. Like I said, it's no move target. We're just going to adjust our rings, which is going to be max plus 10%. Maximum distance, 10%. Elevation. And with APOC 4, you're going to push up more than I do here. With APOC level 5 and above, I push up a couple of rings. It took me about 7 yards more. APOC 4 probably will need a push up to max, looking at the plus yards there. If you're using APOC 4, just take a token or two to test. Full overpower, perfect ball here, bounces on the fairway and hops over to the next piece of fairway. Drive distance is going to be around 430 yards. Second shot playing rings from min with the sniper, adding spin first. 5 top spin, 3 right spin. If this shot isn't for you, there's other ways to play this hole. Same with the drive, only play if you're feeling comfortable. But we're finding the min line, so make sure you've packed the grizzly. Count your rings from min. And what you want to do here is offset the ball guide slightly to the right, as I do in the video. It's about half a green square to the right of pin. I pushed up 5 rings from min, so I'm playing this one 12% slider, 15% elevation. So 15% elevation. Power 3 settings, making our adjustment here for an 8.4 wind. And then we're going to take our shot. Like I said, if you don't feel comfortable with the rough bump, just play a backspin shot instead. But if you want the albatross, this is the way forward. Perfect ball away, bounces nicely on the fairway. And we're just going to sneak this one in on the left side of the cup. So maybe a few clicks of right curl to bring you in at the pin, but we get a lovely albatross to finish on hole 9. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources, So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.